Volunteers. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Tennessee's offense will get first crack at it today. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the Vols blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
He'll take it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. Power football with the run. Let's talk about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. On the run, it's Coffee. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's off. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's Kane. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Creates a little space. There he goes. Lowers those pads. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offense...
Touchdown time! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So here is the Tennessee offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. And the... It goes down at the 11-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Here's the pressure.
Defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing. At the point of attack.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. On the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Shaw. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll leave it with him. Slithers into space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Smashes through the tackle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Catch in the middle, it's Wilcox. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Intercepted to stop the threat. He goes down after the short. But what a play to get the football back. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got his man. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. He's going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's King. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short game.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Pulls it in. It's King. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll run the screen. Turning it on! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He might want another play. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Wants to throw on third down. Got his man. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up 14 over Ole Miss. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds a little space. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Gonna swing it on second down. Easy completion on the shuffle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got a man in the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Work. side now. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
And the Vols will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you got to stay positive. You got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Runs through the tackle. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to the ground with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Finds his man. It's Ali. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ali. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Catch in the middle. It's Shaw. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Cherry. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. The Tide with the 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wilcox. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hauls it in. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Stevens. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
There he goes. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go! Let's go!
Gonna look downfield again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Military stunt!
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Vols come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Mississippi State made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs.
It's caught.
This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Line getting set on second down. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the left. Inside the 35. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go, set.
To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So Alabama won.